Every year, our school sends seniors on the same trip, and every year one student comes back altered. I still went, because I needed to understand why. The tradition dates back decades. Since the late 80s, seniors have spent 4 days at the same beachfront hotel in Panama City Beach. Teachers go as chaperones. There are schedules, curfews, head counts. Parents sign the forms without hesitation because it's always been safe. Sunburns, matching hoodies, inside jokes, that's what people expect. Most of the time, that's what they get, but not always. I noticed the first crack in sophomore year. A senior named Marcus Chen went on the trip in April. Before that week, he was everywhere: tennis captain, student council officer, loud, confident, impossible to miss. After he came back, he disappeared, quit the team, gave up his position, ate lunch alone. When my sister asked him what happened, he just shrugged and said he was exhausted. He stayed exhausted until graduation. The next year, it was Adrienne Moss, homecoming queen, straight A student, UCLA bound. She counted down the days online, posted swimsuit hauls, talked nonstop about the beach. When she returned, her social media vanished overnight. She stopped hanging out with anyone, spent lunch periods alone in the library. People said she was dealing with stuff. No one ever said what. That's when I started keeping track. I found more names. Damon Wheeler, class of 2019, came back and switched to virtual school for the last stretch of senior year. Jake Morrissey, 2001, showed up with a bruised eye he blamed on sports, but his girlfriend told me he started flinching when she touched him. Then there was 2020, when the trip didn't happen. A girl named Priya told me later it was the luckiest thing that ever happened to her. The pattern wasn't subtle once you looked for it. The last piece fell into place when I met Beth Cannon. She graduated 2 years before me and was working at a coffee shop near campus. I pretended to recognize her and made small talk. When I casually mentioned the senior trip, her whole demeanor changed. "You're going this year?" she asked. "Yeah, in a few weeks." She stared at me for a long time before saying, "Don't go to the bonfire." "What bonfire?" She hesitated. "Second night. Someone will mention it. Beach bonfire. They'll say it's optional. Why shouldn't I go?" "Just don't." I pushed. Told her I'd been tracking this for years, that something was wrong and everyone knew it, but no one talked. She finally set her cup down and said, "The trip itself isn't the problem. The bonfire is." I asked who ran it. "Not students. Not teachers," she said. "Former students. Alumni. Guys who graduated years ago. They come back every year. They bring alcohol. They already know who they're looking for." My stomach dropped. "They choose someone," she continued quietly. "The drunkest. The easiest to convince. They take them down the beach, past the rocks." "Did you report it?" I asked. She laughed without humor. "To who?" The school pretends it doesn't exist. And the kids who come back different don't talk because they're ashamed. Then she added, "One of those guys is on the school board now. Another teaches freshman science." 3 weeks later, I was on that trip. Second night, just like she said, someone announced a beach bonfire. No teachers, totally chill. I went, but not to participate. I recorded everything. Faces, names, conversations. The moment they singled out a girl named Sophie and told her she'd won something special. I stepped in and walked her back to the hotel before anything else could happen. When we got home, I sent the footage everywhere: superintendent, police, local news. 14 alumni were identified. 2 were current teachers. 1 sat on the school board. The senior trip was permanently shut down. A week later, I got a message from Beth. One word: finally.